everybody, welcome to another Let's Play. Today we're going to be playing Gorechosen.
Chosen of the Gore.
Gorechosen. It's a micro sort of board game from Games Workshop where dueling Chaos champions vie for their supremacy. And what's cool about it is it comes with 4 different Chaos Chosen that you can use in any Age of Sigmar game. And it's like almost 400 points for the guys.
Almost, yeah. Almost.
Because it's an aspiring Deathbringer.
It's $120 worth of models if you pay
for like $60.
Yeah, for $60.
For like $60, and you get a free game.
And you get a free game. A really good game, actually.
It's funny because it's a lot like the Knight Renegade box where you got a Knight dueling game and 2 Knights. They're really cool value boxes, and you also get these great games. So you bought it for the miniatures.
I literally bought it for the models.
And he just brought the box and was like, "Hey, do you want to try this game out?"
Try it out.
And I painted up 2 miniatures that I happen to have that are compatible with it. So the Slaughterpriest that I got with White Dwarf for free is compatible. And so are 2 of my miniatures from the Age of Sigmar Star set. So it got me to paint my best name ever for a miniature, the most metal name for a miniature, my Bloodsecrator.
Bloodsecrator.
So my Bloodsecrator and my Slaughterpriest are both painted for this, and we're gonna give it a go. So we're gonna do something interesting here. We're gonna do a dual camera thing. So there'll be a camera on me and Mike so you can hear us and see us doing things. And there'll be a camera actually on the action. And you'll see the camera on the action. And there'll be a little thing where you can see me and Mike actually like talking and stuff. So I hope you enjoy this format. It's gonna be a neat little Let's Play. The game is relatively simple. It's all card driven for the combat and stuff, but it's actually fairly cinematic and I'm really enjoying it so far.
There's still dice though. So
there are dice to just resolve hits and stuff, but like what you do is all driven by like a deck of cards. So
amazing.
We'll show you the miniatures. We'll show you the basic setup for the game, and then we're gonna throw down. We're gonna have Gore the Flayer take on Vexnar the Reaper. It's gonna be awesome. So we'll show you the models and stuff, and we'll get started. So here we are set up for Gorechosen. It's one of the bookshelf games, so the square box games from Games Workshop, and it comes with 4 miniatures. You get, I'll show you on the back here. Whoa, these guys. You get the Redguard Bloodfane, who is what's he called?
No, he's an Exalted Deathbringer.
That's right, he's a Deathbringer guy. You get Core Hammerskull, who's an aspiring... He's a Skull Grinder. Then you get a Slaughterpriest, Heldrax Gore Touched, and an aspiring Deathbringer, which is Vexnar the Reaper.
Yep.
And these 4 miniatures, like you said, they're like $120 separately. I think this box is $60.
Yeah.
So nice deal just on getting these guys. And you get a very cool game on top of it.
Yeah.
And just to show you the components, you have a double-sided like dueling arena.
Yeah.
So you flip it over. There's obstructions in it. These are pits. It's got crazy Bernie pit skull things on top too. And these are important because you can actually throw guys into them and do damage. And they also just kind of mark like where the impassable terrain is. So you've painted one of the guys from the box. You painted your aspiring blood guy. Right. Whatever he's called.
Reaper guy.
Vexnar the Reaper.
Yep.
And then I've painted up some other models because the rulebook, and I've just scanned them so that we have them on the table here, but the rulebook actually has stats for 4 more heroes. It has Atorg Bloodbringer, who is the Bloodsecrator, the most metal name ever in Warhammer. Gore the Flayer, who's the Slaughterpriest. This guy's available separately. I bought him from, I got him for free from White Dwarf. And the one we didn't paint up today is Hagrath Doomhand, who's the aspiring Deathbringer with the giant spear. The Vlad the Impaler guy that impales guys.
Like literally impales.
Literally. He's pretty awesome. And then you've painted up Targ,
the fat guy.
Gore.
Yep.
That's right. Get me some Doritos.
Yeah.
And we've just got sort of like our cards here printed off so we can play them in the game without having to play with the rulebook. So really easy to do. They're right there in the book and just kind of adds a little bit more value to the game because you have to expand it kind of like right away. So the basic core mechanic of the game, there's 2 things. There's Wrath, which dictates your activations. You can never go above 4 or below 2. So even when you have your Wrath being modified, once you're maxed out, you're maxed out. And once you're like at your lowest level of Wrath, it becomes basically stuck at the bottom or the top. And this is a commodity that first tells you how many activation cards you get to put in the activation deck. So when we start the game, we have 3 Wrath. We all start in the middle band. And that means you put in 3 cards of that guy's symbol. So 3 of the Corn symbol or 3 of the Chaos Star symbol. So I'll have you do that right now. And actually, sorry, just put 2 down right now because we'll show deployment as well. And these cards get used for everything. So every time you draw one of the cards, your guy gets to activate. And then you have your action deck. And your action deck, each player, so each character in the game gets 5 action cards. And we do it 2-on-2. In another episode, you'll see us have 2 hands of 5 as opposed to 1 hand of 10. And what'll happen is they dictate what you can do. And each one has 3 things on it. So just give me a random card. You have move actions, back up. Now backing up displeases Khorne, so your Wrath goes down by 1. You have, again, you use it as a commodity. You can do a crippling blow with it. And the number of dice on here is an attack action. It shows how many dice you roll when you make the attack. And you can make the attack with any of your weapons. So inside your kill zone. So Gore, for instance, he has a kill zone for the first 3 squares in front of him. So 1, 2, 3. if he's facing this way. So 1, 2, 3. And he can also use his giant mace, but he can only use that way out. So 1, 2, 3 out here. So he's kind of neat because he's sort of a ranged character. He does better at hitting guys far away than he does up close. So he can still brawl up close, but there's other characters who are a better fighter up close than he is. His whole thing is he kind of wants to dance around you and slam you with that giant mace. Whereas Atorg Bloodbringer, his jam is he's really good up close. He only hits on 3s, but he has 3 damage per hit. So he just murders dudes up close. But his kill zone is weird. His kill zone isn't just up in front of him. It's also like 1 square out. So he's kind of got like a weird ranged attack. So he can do 1, 2, like this. Yep. 1, 2, 3, 4, wherever he's facing. Sorry, 1, 2, 3, wherever he's facing. And then he can also do 1 extra one way far. Because I assume he just hits you with the banner.
Yeah.
Like, it's a huge range.
Literally clubs you with the banner, yeah.
Yeah. And that's the basic premise. So you make attacks based on when your initiative happens. You get to move your guy. You get to do one of the 3 things on here. Now, the last thing you can do, it's usually some kind of a parry or a dodge or a dirty trick. So you use the bottom abilities to either get away from getting damage, or you use them to make special plays happen. So everybody has a unique action. You usually have to discard 2 cards just to do it, or sometimes you get a unique action, and you just get to use this card to do it instead. And unique actions are pretty cool. So for instance, Effect Scores 1, if he gets a unique action off, he gets to go through your hand, pick any one of your cards, and then do that action, which can be really handy when you're out of like really strong attack cards. You can then play that and then grab a really strong attack card out of your opponent's hand and do it instead of him. So the anatomy of a card, you have a health tracker, and you take a lot of wounds in this game. So you don't really worry about like the fact that it looks like you only have 7 wounds here, because you do wraps. So as soon as you drop off the bottom, you fill in a wound marker, and that's when you flip a critical injury. So every time you get wounded, something happens. This is a damaging hit. You get mad, you gain a wrath. Whoops. But then you slide one of your damage colors over. So when you're healthy, these are your abilities. That's your kill zone. This is your to hit and how many wounds you do per hit. And this is your special ability. So if I do at least 5 damage with a single attack, I get a wrath. So I get cool as I'm chanting prayers. But as soon as I get wounded, I have to slide one of these guys over, and stuff gets worse. So if I get my damage wounded, it's way harder for me to hit you. I hit on 3s and 2s normally. Now I'm hitting on 3s and 5s, which is way worse. But I can choose which one I do. So I can only not choose if one's already filled in. So prayers would probably be the one I do first. Makes it hard for me to gain wrath. But once that one's damaged, if I take another damaging hit, I go down, and this is my wrath counter. And you keep going until you're all filled in. So now I would only be able to take 7 wounds before I take my next wound. And you're only dead once you're at your final wound and you drop off the bottom, or some type of special critical injury actually kills you. Because sometimes these will kill you as well.
Or maybe not dead.
Or maybe not dead, that's right. So in a 2-player game, in a duel, what happens is, even when you're dead, you put an activation card in, and when your activation card comes up, you roll a dice to see what happens. Sometimes you can just stagger back to your feet, and you collapse again afterwards, but you get to make an attack before you do. So you can still kind of take part in the game once one of your guys is gone, which is pretty cool. And then the last thing is, in a duel, so this is a variant, when you only have 2 guys on the board, you throw in a 3rd person's marker, and that's a random initiative flip. So normally you would only go when your card goes, but if the sort of like the agnostic one comes up, the one that isn't either of you 2, then that guy's going to be a random, and you dice off to see whose initiative band that is. Put your guy anywhere in the pit, it's going to be you, and then when the other guy sets up, the other guy sets up anywhere on the board, not within 2 of you. So I'm kind of a ranged dude. I'm going to set up over here. And you have to pick one of the flat edges to be your facing. All right, here we go. Mike is going to hand out some action cards. I'm going to shuffle the initiative deck again, and we are going to rock and roll.
5 action cards.
Vex Gore against Vexnar. These names are also incredibly metal.
They're pretty sweet.
It's a pretty metal game as far as like the nomenclature. So let's see who's going first. Initiative flip. It's gonna be me.
All right, bring it on.
What do I want to do? What do I want to do? Now you can actually do nothing, but if you do nothing, you have to discard a card still.
Yep.
So I'm going to spend 1, and I'm going to swift step and face like so.
Sounds good.
And it's over to you.
No, it's not. It's over to
Oh, it's over to whoever's next. That's right. Oh, it's me again. I didn't want to go next. I am going to dash. It's very unlikely that I go again. So I'm going to dash 1, 2, and be facing that way.
Trying to pull me in.
That's it. Yep. Now it's randomly somebody.
definitely be your turn.
It could be me again if I roll higher. I don't want it to be me again.
It's me.
All right, so you get to go.
All right, so let's see. I'm going to... What do I want to do? I think I'm going to circle, which is going to drop my wrath by 2.
Okay, we get to move 4
I'm
squares.
going to do 4. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4.
Oof, okay. Let's see who's going again.
Yep. Oh, and it's me.
And it's
so
you.
It worked out for me.
Sure did.
So because he's in my kill zone, because everything in the front 3 is mine, I'm going to do a crippling blow.
Ruh-roh.
So it's going to drop my wrath by 1 again.
But it's 3 attacks
But it's
plus
3
you
plus
get 2 because you're directly. I'm directly in front of you.
Yeah, because you're well, you're not directly in front of me.
Yeah,
you are. Yeah, sorry.
because you face the flat sides,
Yep.
right?
So so you're directly in front of me. So I get 3
5 dice.
and then 2, so 5, and I hit on 2s.
Rah. This guy's a brawler. So
that's
4 hits. So I'm going to play a reaction card, which is dodge. If I roll a 5, 6, it cancels all these hits. Otherwise, I'm going to take 8 damage. Nope, I take 8 damage. So I count down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I drop off the bottom to 8. Go up here. I get wounded in the first hit of the game. And let's see what we get for a critical damage thing, because now I've taken a wound.
Yeah, critical injury, yep.
Critical injury is damaging hit. Oh, I've already lost. So move my wrath up by 1. But I have to close off one of my zones, my prayers of wrath. I have to do 7 wounds now to gain a wrath, and this gets discarded. You actually discard and put aside the critical injuries that have already been used.
Yep.
That was pretty big for a first hit of the game. Initiative, it's
back.
gonna be me. Oh man, nothing about this is good. I'm gonna crippling blow you with my hack blade.
Ouch.
So I get 3 attacks hitting on 2s, and if I roll any 6s to hit before you do your block, dodges, or parries, then you take an injury. So 2s to hit, if I get a 6, I get an injury card automatically. Nope, but I do 6 damage.
Yep, unless I block, that's what I'm going to do.
Okay.
On a block, I play this card, and I have to roll for each dice that makes it through.
Okay.
So it's going to be 2, but on a 5 or a 6, I negate them. So...
No, they all made it through. So you've canceled 2. Yeah, I hit on 2s.
Okay.
So one goes through, you take 2 damage. Yep.
There we go.
Oh man, so initiative, who's going next? It's you.
That's right.
I'm getting messed up.
Ooh. So what I'm going to do then is I'm going to do a kick, which is push a fighter in your front arc. Your opponent must then discard a card from their hand at random. Now, because you are in my front arc and I'm doing a push, that's technically going to push you into the wall, which is something that we didn't talk about.
Which will take extra damage from.
Which will do D3 damage to you.
All right, so I'm going to go and try and parry, because it is an attack. But there's no dice roll for a kick, is there?
There's no dice roll.
Oh, so I don't actually do it.
It's a push.
It's a push. So I won't be able to parry it with that. So that means that I'm just going to get knocked back. I stop because I hit the wall.
Yep.
Take D3 damage, and I have to discard this card.
Yep.
So I take 2 more damage. 1, 2, and see who goes next. It's you again.
It's me. So the issue I have right now is the items that I have allows me to move. Or I have a backstab if I'm in someone's rear arc, or I can block, but I technically have nothing to do, so I'm not going to do anything, but I have to
discard the card.
There we go.
And that's it. So now we flip, and we get initiative again. I did a little bit of damage to you. You put a wound on me, which is huge. And we'll see who is going.
It's a great show of, like...
how gaining the initiative can be a big deal.
The initiative is massive in this game.
And sometimes you don't even want the initiative, because I didn't want him to get up close to me.
And you burn through all your initiative.
Well, I gambled there, and I backed up instead of moving forward, because if I had that initiative twice in a row and I'd move forward, I could have hit him with my mace or my Morning Star. My Morning Star is bad ass.
Yep, which is your killer,
power
that's
attack.
your killer weapon. Yeah.
That's it. Yep. So initiative's ready. We get 5 action cards each. Effect score's not feeling so good. Effect score's in trouble. Effect score's talking in third person. All right, let's get a great hand of cards here. Great hand of cards. Great hand of cards. This is garbage. Why are you dealing me garbage? Who's going first?
I am going.
You're the worst.
Oh, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to do crippling blow. So again, any 6s I roll is a critical injury. And because you are not directly in front of me, I'm only going to get to roll what's on the dice, which is 3.
Okay.
Oh, you are. I'm sorry. You are in front of me.
I'm not in front of you.
Plus 2 dice, so that's 5. So
all right.
it's only going to be all 5 hit.
I'm going to parry. I roll 1 dice, and each of your numbers don't move them, because it's whatever the number I roll is. Any hits that are lower than this roll get discarded. All of them. So they're all gone.
Fantastic.
All right. So let's see who's going next.
Yep.
It's me. I'm going to do a unique action, which is Bloodbind. I don't have to discard 2 cards to do it, but I get to pick another fighter and roll a die. If I score equal to their wrath or lower, then I get to play one of their cards immediately. So I have to roll a 1 or a 2 for you to do this. Let's see if I can do it. Equal to 1 or 2, I get to pick one of your cards and then play it. Nope, so I don't get to play your card.
Okay, so I got one question for you before we go further.
Yeah.
That looks like way too many initiative cards.
Shouldn't be. We should have 6, 7 total. Oh, you were at 2. Well, we'll just discard your last one then.
That's fine.
Your last one that comes up.
Okay.
So see who's going next. Yep. It's the random, so we dice off, see who gets it.
5 to 2. Okie dokie, artichoke. What we are going to do is a strong attack, which does drop my wrath by 1.
Yep.
But I'm already
You're already at 2.
there, so I'm going to get 5 attacks on this one.
Okay.
Hitting on 2s. All but 1 hit. 4.
Well, I'm going to try and parry it again.
Okay.
So I get to make... don't want to do that? No. All but 1 hit, so it's 8 damage. Oh, it's so bad. Yeah, we'll do it. Try and parry it. So I roll a die. I roll 5.
All gone.
And they're all gone.
Your parries are amazing.
Each hit that scored less. The 5 still hits me. I take 2 damage. Yeah, 1, 2.
Okay, great. Initiative.
Initiative. Is it you again? It is not. Well, I'm going to do a berserk attack. It costs me a wrath, but if I do any damage with it, I gain a wrath. And I'm going to do 4 attacks, so I get 2 extra dice. Sorry, berserk attack is 2 dice. Yeah, it's just 2 dice.
2 dice.
Yeah, see if I hit you on 2s. I hit you once, so 2 damage.
And I'm going to take the 2.
Okay, and then I gain 2 wrath, 1, 2, from having hit you.
Initiative is back on me. So I am going to do a wild swing.
Ruh-roh.
And I can reroll failed hits if your target is directly in front of you, which are not what you are. So I'm going to do 5.
Oh.
Because I'm going to have +2.
You need 4.
4.
Yeah.
I'm going to reroll that just because.
That's fine. Yeah, that's a 4
I'm used to rolling 5 dice
on
to
2s.
bash your face in.
And then you can reroll your misses.
Reroll my 1s. 4 hits, 8 damage.
All right, take 8 damage. So 1, 2, 3, wounded, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And let's see what the critical injury is. Stunned. Move my wrath token up 1 space, then discard a random card from your hand, then discard this card. So I got no cards left.
Fantastic.
See who's going? It's me. I got no cards left. See who's going?
My extra card, so I don't get to go.
Okay. So I'm at 4 wrath now, though, which means I'm going to have 4 cards in the activation deck. 1, 2, 3, and you're only going to get 2.
Yep.
The wild card. Can you throw me one more of mine?
Absolutely.
There we go. And
but this is great because the game's actually stacking the deck in your favor because you are literally taking a beating right now.
It is, because I've taken such a beating that my wrath is way high.
Yeah.
So I should get lots of actions this turn. I should have the activation priority, which means I could regain the initiative here. The big problem is I need to get away from him to really do some damage, and that means I need to get 2 actions in a row. And you're going to get 5 cards dealt out. And let's see what we can see. So I haven't put a lot of damage on you. I'm wounded twice already.
And I get to go first.
Oh.
What do I want to do? I sort of kind of just want to try to kill you. So I think what I'm going to do is drop my wrath by 1, which gives me, doesn't matter. But crippling blow, which is 5s, and 6s give me critical injury cards on you.
Oh, man.
Going with 5s, looking for those 6s. Got 1 6, all hit.
Okay, so all hits. I need to block this, so I need to roll 5 dice, and for every 5 or 6, 1 goes away. Now that crippling blow, though, I have to do this
immediately,
thing first. Headshot. I gain a wrath. Then your opponent inflicts the injury, rolls a dice for each injury marker on your fighter. You roll 2 dice. If you get a 6, I'm decapitated.
Yep.
So roll 2 dice. If either of them are a 6, I'm just dead, and then I get to try and block it. Don't kill me. Nope, I'm alive.
Great.
And then I roll 5 dice, and every 5 plus, I discard 1. I discard 2 of these, so and that means I take 6 damage. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Sorry, 3, 4, 5, 6. And I take another wound, which is another critical hit. I'm so messed up. Staggered. Move your wrath token up 1 space. I can't. Then your player to your left can choose 1 hex in any direction and choose your facing. So you can change my facing, then discard this card. That makes sense. Now I can't actually hit you, which is terrible. And let's see who's going next. I'm pretty beat up, but it's me.
Go.
Oh, we need.
Do you run or do you turn and fight?
I think I dash. So let's do some dash.
Okay.
So let's do dash, and we'll move 1, 2, and face any direction.
Yep.
And then it's over to you.
Yep, that puts me in the killing arc.
It does put me in the killing arc for my ball and chain, and it's a random one. And we dice off to see who gets it. So I really need this. I got a 3. You get a 3. Roll again. And it's gonna be me. All right. I'm gonna play Mighty Strike with the ball and chain. So I'm gonna have. I know. So the ball and chain only hits on 3s, but it does 3 damage per hit. So I can do 12 damage potentially with 1 swing. And I do 9.
I'm going to try to dodge.
Oh, sorry, and my wrath goes down too. 1, 2.
Yeah. So I'm going to try to dodge.
So 5, 6 cancels all of it. Nope. Take 9 damage.
9 damage. So definitely going to take a wound on this one. So
yep.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
And the critical hit is headshot.
It's going to be in Korn's name. Move your wrath counter up 1.
Okay.
And then if you suffered this injury as a result of an attack action, the fighter that made it moves their wrath token up 1.
All right.
So Korn is happy.
Korn is happy that we did such a huge swipe.
Yeah.
And then we go to the initiative again.
Yep.
And it's going to be me. I'm going to make a berserk attack against you, costing me a wrath.
Okay.
If I inflict any wounds, I move my wrath token up 2 spaces.
Back up, yep.
So using my ball and chain again on 3s. Crank it twice.
Totally hit. I'm going to try to parry.
Okay.
So
is parry directly in front of me? Or is parry
is an attack that's been against you. Roll a dice.
Okay, you're fine. Yep.
Scored. Yep. So all you gotta do is roll 1 die, and I ignore anything that's below it.
You don't ignore anything. So there are 2 3s.
6 damage. Right?
6 damage. That's right.
Definitely gonna be a wound. So it's gonna be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Another critical injury here as well. And that's going to be move your wrath token up 2 spaces and discard this card.
That's right, and I get 2 spaces as well because I got my my berserk attack up.
But again, I'm getting my butt kicked, so it's giving me wrath.
It's giving you wrath. That's right, because you get angry the more damage you take. Yep. So let's see who's going again. It's going to be me. Desperate swing. I gain a wrath, but I can't do anything, and it's on a 3. No, I miss.
Great, so I don't have to do anything. Initiative again.
It's going to be me. I got no cards.
You got no cards.
And your last one.
So what are we gonna do? Sort of kind of like screwed because there's not a ton of stuff I can do.
You need to make a move here.
But I've got to get in there. Yeah. So I'm going to make a stride, which will at least get me out of your killing.
Yeah, 1 directly forward.
And that'll be that.
Okay.
So you're going to do initiative roll, and I'm going to need your action cards.
You got it. Yeah. There you go.
Okay.
So you're back up to 3, so I'm going to put a card back in for you, and I'm still at 4. So you do have more activations potentially this turn. We could even be tied if you get the wild card.
That's true.
So let's see what we can see. It's hard to shuffle this few cards.
Well, there is a bunch of others.
Well, when you're playing with 4, yeah, I was going to say when you're playing with 4 players, it'll be a lot.
Yeah.
All right. Everybody's hurt.
As it should be.
That's true. Yeah.
More blood for the blood god.
There's a lot of blood for the blood god today. And don't give me garbage. Oh, it's not garbage.
You gonna come over and paint my back door?
That's right. Yeah. So let's see who's going first. Initiative.
Go, go, go.
It's you.
Awesome, awesome, awesome. So you are not in my kill zone at all. So I literally have to just move. So what I'm going to do is do a dash and move 2, which is going to put me right there.
Okay. And you're facing where you want to face, and you're still in my front arc.
Yep.
So let's see who's going next. It's the wild card. Dice off for it.
Let's go.
Tied. Go again. It's going to be you.
Oh, it's me all day. And because you are in front of me, you're now going to die.
Okay.
Probably. Let's see. I'm going to do a wild swing.
Okay.
So I can reroll any of my failed hits.
And you get 4 because I'm directly in front.
My +2.
That's right.
Even though I'm hurt, I'm not wounded. And I hit on 2, so everything hits.
All right, well, I'm going to parry.
8 damage.
So after attack is made against you, roll a dice. Each that's lower gets discarded. So I need to roll a 6 here to get 3 of them. I get a 2 to nothing.
So I'll go through 8.
So 1, 2, take a wound. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'm wounded again. So I get 2 critical hits here. You could just kill me.
I could.
And the first one is staggered. Player on the left may move you into 1 hex in any direction, then choose your facing. They cannot force you to move into a pit, and then damaging hit, slide your damage marker over. Oh no, now I hit badly. Wounded. Super wounded, and I gain a wrath for both of these, but I'm capped out already.
Okay.
So you can move me into any square that's adjacent, and then pick my facing.
So you're still going to be in my arc, but I'm going to be out of yours.
Makes sense.
I'm completely turning you away from me.
Makes sense.
And that should be great.
All right. Well, I am totally in trouble here because I don't have anything that lets me change facing.
You might be even more in trouble if the next initiative is not
in
your favor. And it is not in your favor. Oh, I wish I had backstab right now so bad. So what I'm going to do here is I'm just going to do a simple strike because even simple strikes for me are pretty awesome. So that allows me to get 4 dice because of my +2.
Yep.
Hitting on 2, so long as it's not a 1, you're taking 8 damage unless there's something you can do.
I can't.
There's nothing
1,
you can do.
2. Well, sorry. I've got
dodge or
block. I got a block.
Do a block.
5, 6 for each one.
Yep.
Nothing. So I take 8 damage. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'm dead.
Dead.
Knocks me. Blam!
Totally dead.
He's down. Yeah, and the worst part was all of my additional moves were either backups and I can't back up 3 or stride. So that stagger won you the game.
Yep.
Because even after all this happened, I wouldn't be able to do any attacks against him because I couldn't turn around. He literally had me pressed up against a wall and was just hitting me in the back of the head with an axe.
Punches.
That's right.
With an axe.
Over and over and over again.
Right there.
So that's basically it. Vexgore the Flare gets slain by Vexnar the Reaper.
Totally toasted.
All right, so there it was. End of the game. We had Vexnar the Reaper destroying Vexgore and just decapitating him. Like, he
As
just
it should be.
Straight up murdered
As
that
it should
guy.
be in the pit of corn.
Just took his head. That was a lot of fun. I really enjoyed how simple but intuitive the gameplay was.
Yeah.
We're going to try it again. You'll see this in a couple weeks with the full 4-player set, and we'll do it as a 2-on-2 match.
Yeah.
So I'll get to bring in Atorg Bloodbringer versus Tark Gruelgore, and that way we've both got 2 guys on each side. There's a bunch of, and when you look in the back of the rulebook, there's a bunch of alternate ways of playing. Like for instance, the one-on-one tool, that wild card is a special rule from the back of that.
There's a couple different things you can do.
And there's also a team match version, which we're basically just altering to do a 2-on-2 match with 2 different people. So I hope you guys enjoyed that. It was a lot of fun learning how to play Gorechosen, and I would highly recommend it as a great way to grab some additional like Chaos Heroes.
Amazing Chaos
Heroes. Your thing, because you get
half
half basically the cost plus a free game.
Yeah, you got a Slaughterpriest, which is amazing. That's a 100-point guy, and then you've got the skull grinder.
They're both 80.
Amazing. That's 80.
Yeah.
And then the exalted and the aspiring.
They're also 80, aren't they?
And they're
So you're at 400.
80, and then 100.
So it's 340. No, yeah, it's 340 points worth of dudes in that one box.
For $60.
For $60. And you've also got a free game with it too.
And it's a good game.
I think the game is going to be one of those great games where if you've got people who aren't normally war gamers that you want to teach a miniature game to, it's kind of a good stopgap game. Because you literally just set it up without even telling them anything.
Yeah.
And then just as you're playing, explain the rules.
you pick up the rules.
Most everything that you do in the game is written on the card.
Yeah, everything's
you have to play the card to do it.
The only chance on all this stuff is literally like
the dice rolls. Yeah. And it was super easy to do.
Out for you.
Yeah, so I really enjoyed it. We'll hopefully see more of this in the future. If you want to come in and play some Gorechosen, just let me know. Shoot me an email at grillmenschgames@gmail.com and bring your champions and we'll throw down. So we'll see you next time. Thanks to Mike for bringing this in. Thanks you guys for watching. Until then, I'm Ash. This is Mike. Apple Gaming.